Timaru's main street is lined with empty buildings. Shop after shop, from real estate to retail, there are 42 vacant sites. And with the local freezing works closing down and axing 600 jobs, people fear more businesses will soon shut.
It's definitely been a bit of a shock to the system because all of a sudden we're starting to come up on the vibrancy in town, and then all of a sudden they announced the closure of the Smithfield plant and the spending's just stopped.
Do you think businesses will be able to survive this, or are you worried that more will shut up shop?
I'm hopeful that most of them will be able to survive it, but there's going to be some casualties along the way, I feel, but we've just got to try and stay as positive as we can.
The town is really quiet. There's not many people around shopping, doing any kind of external shopping other than what they need to. It's making it really hard for businesses to stay open. Lots of people are closing or reducing their hours because they either don't have the staff because they can't afford it, or they just don't have the customer base because there's just people aren't out, people are shopping online, or people just aren't shopping at all.
Something that business owner Millie Rose is also seeing, especially in the past 6 months.
There we are. Have a nice day.
Customers are scarce.
We've just found that we've dropped off about 40 to 50%. I feel like the last couple of weeks business has been a little bit slower. I'm not necessarily sure whether that is because of that, but it could have been.
What's your main concern for Timaru?
More businesses closing.
Residents are worried too.
What do you think about the meatworks closing?
Well, I think it's terrible. It's going to affect the economy and the shopping and stuff around here, and the butcher shops being shut's terrible as well. Like 600 odd people, there will be only so many of them will get work.
I think we're going to lose a lot to Australia and various other places.
Are you worried about the impact on the local economy?
We're in hard times now and it's going to get harder for us, I think.
The Mayor told RNZ that his task force is doing what it can to get people back into jobs, as Smithfield Meatworks was such a big local employer.
So you're talking about $50 million of direct wages, then about 90 to 100 million of economic activity in and around that. So it is massive, and it's an economy about 3.63 billion, so still significant. And it's the effect on retail spending, all those sort of things coming into that Christmas season will be hard. It will affect us, but I'm, as I said, confident that we can come out of this.
Timaru's economy has been slipping for a while. In the year to June, economic activity here was down 1.3%, a much larger hit compared to the national average of 0.2%. And there are fears that the situation is only going to get worse as redundancy payments run out and people are forced to leave.
We haven't truly felt the fallout yet, but we're nervously waiting. So certainly concerning, really concerning.
What are you worried about?
I think the population drop. I think people potentially having to head to Aussie or out of the region for employment. With coming into Christmas, generally it's quite a positive time. The last quarter of the year is always quite positive leading up to it, and sales generally increase. Haven't got that feeling yet. Hopefully I will get that feeling. But just a real concern with, we have empty shops now. I'd hate to see more empty shops.